Good morning, welcome to the channel. You're joining me this morning on my commute into work, avoiding the motorway, which is an absolute disaster zone, as you know. I have elected to come along Glasgow Road onto Paisley Road West. Helen Street is just up here. And my visor is listed up. What's going on here? And it's bucketing down. One of the things I've been frustrated about in recent years, obviously with me being a commuter, is a distinct lack of decent waterproof gear that doesn't cost £2,500. So when I came across this Alpinestars stuff, I can't remember the actual what model, if that's the right word, and I came across this Alpinestars stuff that advertised it with Drystar technology, or a Drystar lining, which is apparently 100% waterproof. I want stuff I can just bung on and go to work and not worry if it turns out like this. That's the reality. I don't want to be sticking out. I've got Oxford waterproofs there, but that's another layer to go on again over the top of the stuff I've already got on. It's 15 degrees outside, it's already pretty warm, I end up sweating, minging, horrible. I just don't want to do it. I want to have gear that I can wear that's all-weather gear. I know I can get that. I can go and buy Rocket gear, but it's like £1,500 for a jacket, £1,000 for trousers, way beyond my price range. And I just, I think there should be gear out there for ordinary folk that can't afford £2,500 for an outfit. So this is the big test. I got this gear in, I think, September last year, around then, and I want to see if it works. I will soon let you know. I'm not convinced it does, which means at the end of the day I'm putting soggy shit on at 5 o'clock tonight. But do you know what? Doesn't matter. It is what it is. I'm in early tomorrow, so I could probably take the car tomorrow if I need to. But I've got waterproof stuff there, and it's such a faff to put on. That's my big issue. Anyway, what else? So, I like my wee weekly update on the bike. What better place to do it than sitting on a bike, having a wee chat. Getting stuck in traffic in grey weather. My RT hasn't had a treatment yet this year. I think that's something I may have to remedy. I will have to speak to Craig, my friend All Your Biker, and see if we can arrange to get that done. Get the ACF treatment and all that sorted, and the wax coat. Still get the front shocker to get done, but I've not experienced any issues with it. So apparently it was a minor leak, but I've already got the shock. The mechanic's got it, it's already been paid for. It's just a case of actually getting it installed on the bike. Oh, look at the middle lane hogger. Sat there, completely oblivious to the inside lane this person needs to accelerate before they pull it. Oh my goodness, the driving standards are shocking, are they not? Wow. Coming off here. The road's full of folk like that. Sat at 40 mile an hour in the middle lane. Obviously he's overtaken now, but he wasn't back there. Which forced other cars into the outside lane. Bad, it's bad. So there's no other great news. I was at the funeral of Dov White yesterday, which was a really sad day. Dov and Sarah were people that Sarah and I got to know years back at the clinical research unit at the Beatson Cancer Hospital, and Dov sadly lost his battle. I think it was Sunday the 7th of September. I'm sure it was a Sunday. Forgive me, Sarah, if you watch this and it's not, but I'm sure it was a Sunday the 7th. She told me in the 8th. But anyway, Dov and Sarah managed to come to Charlotte and I's wedding, which was amazing to see, which was on the 28th. That was literally a week before Dov had admitted himself into hospital. So the fact that they were able to come was just a blessing. And I will be forever grateful that Dov got to be there with us on that special day. A rather noisy bike behind me. What else is there? Other news. No Substitute men's group. Had them on for a podcast a while ago. I've been talking to them recently. They're doing great things and they're expanding, so probably looking at bringing them back in for a chat. And one of them suggested bringing a member in who can obviously talk about the benefits that they've received from being part of that group. We'll probably have a catch up with my big friend Lewis from Mind Your Head as well at some point. I'll say I'm an advocate for good mental health. Mine's hasn't been great recently. I'm still being haunted by images and trauma from when Sarah passed, and it's not easy to deal with. That's something I've thankfully been able to talk to Charlotte quite a lot about. But that's all coming up. Caravan trips. I don't know if we're going to get away in October. I think Charlotte and I talked about it, and we were thinking about, using the caravan all year round, because we love going away in it. I mean, I use the bike all year round, and granted, I don't go like trips into the countryside in the middle of winter. That wouldn't be wise, I don't think, would it? You just don't know what the roads are going to be like at that time of year. Crappy conditions. You hit a bend that's covered in leaves and mulch on the road, you just don't know. So I'm happy commuting all year round, but in weather like this I would never choose to go out a run on a day like this. I mean, I've travelled for long periods of time in this kind of weather. It's been necessary for one reason or another. But I wouldn't choose to go out a leisure trip. Well, there you go, it's 10 to 9, well, nearly 10 to 9. It's been a bit of a trek in this morning. Fighting through the traffic in Glasgow Road, Paisley Road, Bellin Street. The motorway thankfully was okay, and that's because it's after the roadworks there, and it tends to be a bit lighter just after the roadworks. So, happy days. and we're at work. So there you go, that was my wee quick hello for Wednesday. I'm going to go now, and I will catch up with you on the next one. Take care folks, bye bye now.